Hello, welcome back to Project S.I.V, where S.I.V stands for Suicide Informational Videos. Here, I inform you about teen suicide. In this video, it'll be an interview of someone that has either attempted or came close to attempting suicide. Hello again. For the people that didn't see your last video interview, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Autumn, and I'm 15, and I've dealt with depression and losing people and attempting suicide.
Alrighty. So, what kind of emotional impact have you had?
Have I had with doing it?
Yes.
Okay. The emotional impact I've had was I felt really bad and really guilty about doing it because I saw how badly it affected the people around me who knew what happened, and that really made me feel bad because I didn't think that anyone would care and anything like that. I thought everyone would be perfectly fine, and seeing how it actually affected them hurts me a lot because I never wanted to hurt them.
What kind of physical impact has this experience had on you?
I mean, I tried to overdose, so now my body's kind of messed up in that sense because my liver is kind of just I puke a lot easier now. The little things can make me puke because my liver is just so weak. So that's a thing.
Alrighty. What kind of how has this affected your mental health?
For a while it made it worse because of seeing how it affected people, but now it made me realize that there's other ways to do things because of that I got put into therapy, and that helped me a lot because I had a great therapist. And that helped me a lot getting through that hard time in my life because I was still dealing with some bad things at that time with toxic people in my life, and doing therapy, which was caused from the suicide attempt, helped me a whole bunch to improve my situation and my mental health. So at first it was bad, and then it got better from there. Yeah.
Break, this bed's gonna break.
It's not gonna break.
Okay. Anyways, let's see. Do you feel like you're at risk of doing it again, or attempting again?
I don't think so, but I never thought I would actually ever try. I have really bad impulsive issues just personally, and there's other things going on with my mental health that I can't really talk about right now because we're not positive. I'm waiting for my test results. But that also affects it, so that's a little different for me compared to other people. But I don't think at this moment I have a risk of ever doing it again because I've gotten a lot better. Woo!
So you were talking about therapy. Was there anything else that you tried to get help for yourself after?
I did a lot more coping skills. I did meditation. I still do meditation. It helps a lot. I really focused on myself and doing really small things to help, self-care things to really help me. I whisper. To help me, I would get these little projects I'd have to do, write down things. It was a thing from therapy. She'd give us homework that we have to do to help keep our motivation going for helping ourselves, writing down the things I should be doing to help me feel better and things that don't help. Sleeping is a bad thing to do because you're not getting better, you're just sleeping through it. When you wake up, you still feel that drowsy thing. And it's like, instead of sleeping, do this. And pointing out negative things about myself. Every negative thing I notice about myself, I have to point out a good one, a positive thing about myself. And like, that helps a lot. That's something I do a lot to help myself not weigh down on the bad and get back in that mindset.
What? Okay, there you go. So, wait, what was this question again? Okay. What started to make you feel like you needed to,
Attempt.
Yeah.
Well, like I said earlier, I have really bad impulse issues. It wasn't planned or anything. I didn't wake up that morning and say, I'm gonna do this. I had a really toxic person in my life, and something really big happened that day. And I had stayed home because I was sick. And so, like, the NyQuil was out. My sister's antidepressants was out because she was still home, but she was asleep. And so it was just, like, really an impulse thing. Like, something really big happened, I was feeling really upset, and I just kind of went into autopilot. That's the word. I went to autopilot and, like, went numb, and, like, I didn't feel anything, and I kind of just did it. Impulse issues, man.
Okay. Okay, did you try to get help before the incident? Because you said you were having impulse issues.
Yes, I did try to get help. Not because I was feeling really depressed before that because of the toxic person in my life. I didn't think it'd get that far, clearly. But I did try to get help. I would talk to my sister a lot about things, and like I said, Jamie. And I would like talk to them, but I feel like I couldn't express how bad it was, so they did really understand. And my sister was like getting in fights with my dad a lot, so she had more to focus on. So I just feel like they really didn't understand how bad it was getting, and I don't blame them for that, because I wasn't a super open person about how I felt because of certain family things that's happened in the past.
Okay. So, was there any, like, other kind of, like, feelings of, like, leading up to it? How do I say that question? No. Did I? I remember where she's going. Anyways.
So, was there any feelings?
Like leading up to that incident?
I was dealing with depression before that, before I attempted. I didn't think it would get as far as me to attempt that, but I was feeling really depressed and really anxious, and no motivation. Like, I didn't feel any motivation to do anything. I didn't want to die, but I didn't want to exist, which is very common for people who try to attempt, I feel like, because you feel stuck, and like you just don't want to exist. And that's how depression feels for me, like, all the time when I'm having like an episode of it. And I guess that was something that could have also been a sign. But yeah, I guess that would be a feeling that led up to it. Like, progressively just feeling more and more like not wanting to exist.
Okay. What has helped you to get to this point, like coping mechanisms?
Baking. I like to clean a lot. I like to keep things organized. Meditation. Going on walks. If I feel like just staying in bed one day, going out and seeing a friend, or just leaving my room, like going out and playing a board game with my family or something like that really helps. I like to read a lot. Reading helps me a lot, especially books that kind of deal with the same problems. It makes you feel less alone. And they make it more of a positive thing in books, not like they do on the internet, where it's like people talk about it, but they talk about it in like a really bad way. It's hard to explain, like people on the internet who, because it sounds bad saying it's a positive thing in books, but they make you feel not alone and like there's a way to solve it when you read it in a book. But people who post online about it or talking to someone who also has it, they kind of bring it down and make you feel more like there isn't a way out sometimes, because they also are dealing with the same thing. That's why you're talking to them. When it's two people that are feeling the same way, you're not going to help each other get better. It's really hard because you can't focus on yourself because you have to focus on this other person and you don't know what to do because you haven't even helped yourself. So when people write about it in books, it's something they've already gone through, I feel like, and so it helps you like be positive about being able to get better. And so that's a really big thing that helps me cope with feeling upset. Yeah.
Okay. What advice would you give your younger self that was going through this?
To pay attention to the signs that person was bad, pay attention to myself, and to put myself out of my body and actually look around at the good things going on instead of just sticking in a corner and looking at all the bad and focusing on that, and realize there are good things to do and good reasons to live, and you should focus on that more.
Is there anything else that you would like to share?
Not that I can think of.
Alrighty. Well, thank you. Thanks for watching another Project S.I.V video. I hope you learned something and shared what you did to others. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe if you want. Until next, oh, by the way, suicide hotlines in the description. Anyways, until next time, have a wonderful day in life. Bye.